Hello my dear students, very good afternoon. We are going to discuss the Hindu dated April 16. Today I take it for granted that all of you have read the newspapers before you attend this program. That is what is going to bring the best benefit to you. So we shall start. India records 2.16 lakh new cases and adds 1153 deaths. Center to push judges appointments. Supreme Court collegium recommendations have been pending for 6 months. These occupy the front page of the Hindu. The first question is given to you: who is the Attorney General of India? Attorney General is the highest law officer of the country, and Attorney General is the only person who must be given an audience by both House of Parliament and any legislature in India, though he is not a member of any of these bodies. So he is the highest law officer, and Attorney General of India is Mr. K.K. Venugopal. Mr. K.K. Venugopal, a very senior lawyer of the Supreme Court, and he is the Attorney General of India, a legal luminary. Center to push judges appointments. This matter also we discussed a few days ago, that in the high courts of India, judges appointments are pending for long time. Mind you, in India, Indian courts are notorious for delayed delivery of justice, and one of the major reasons for the delayed delivery of justice is the time lag that takes place in appointing judges. It is collegium that recommends probable names as judges of the high courts and Supreme Courts, and will be sent to the government, and government is the final authority to make appointments. But Chief Justice of India has got a complaint that government has been less responsive in appointing judges, and it called the Attorney General, and Attorney General said that soon the government will take decision on the collegium recommendations. Union government offered to decide in 3 months the Supreme Court collegium recommendations for appointment of judges in the high courts, pending with it for over a year. So the recommendations have been pending with the government for a long time, almost a year, awaiting governmental decisions. Decisions have not come, and now the court, Supreme Union government has offered in the court that the decisions would be taken very quick. ISRO case, Supreme Court asks CBI to look into panel report. In the instant case, this case dates back to 1994, when the ISRO senior scientist Dr. Nambi Narayanan was accused in the ISRO espionage case. The case later found to be a false implication, and every court acquitted Mr. Nambi Narayanan, and he was given a compensation by the state. The state was asked to give a compensation of 50 lakhs. The Supreme Court of India asked the state to provide 50 lakhs compensation to Nambi Narayanan for the damage that the state has done to him, and the Supreme Court asked set up a one-man committee to look into the police excesses on the alleged framing of case against Ms. Nambi Narayanan, and that report came. Probing the sleuths, CBI probe into ISRO spy case masterminds is a much needed step forward. Yes, that is the instant case that That's the instant case. So Supreme Court appointed Justice D.K. Jain committee, and the committee said that committee gave its report to the Supreme Court. It was about the ISRO espionage case, and the case is that CBI was asked to probe into the clear-cut drafting of case. The police was framing up a case against Nambi Narayanan, and this particular case had plenty of political ramifications. The then Chief Minister, Mr. K. Karunanan, had to resign. Loser streak, cricket's fight against the scourge of gambling and match fixing is far from over. I have taken this particular editorial because it starts really beautifully. The sport rests on two pivots. The first is the athlete's desire to win by putting in the greatest endeavor. The second attribute is fans' belief that what unfolds on the turf is based on sincere effort, and these are the basis of genuine sport. But through gambling, through use of drugs, etc., this basic tenet is broken. And in the latest case, every finger is pointed to former Zimbabwe captain Heath Streak, who supposed to have given privileged information to bookies. Please read. India, Australia must stand together, says Australian Prime Minister Morrison, because we have got, these two countries have got interest in the Pacific Ocean. Addressing national annual Raisina Dialogue from Perth, organized virtually this year by Observer Research Foundation and Minister of External Affairs. The Australian Prime Minister described the recently held first ever Quad Leaders Summit, which he attended along with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, US President Joe Biden, and Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga, as historic and like-minded countries of the region. Indo-Pacific region that will shape our prosperity, says the Prime Minister of Australia, our security and destiny, individually and collectively. Of course, these four countries have got common things to cherish, especially Japan, Australia and India, whose future would depend on how the Pacific Ocean is Indo-Pacific region is controlled. Second question, United Nations Population Fund UNFPA flagship State of World Population Report 2021 is titled. What is it titled as? It is titled as The Headcount, An Equal World, My Planet, My Body is My Own, the World Demography. Good afternoon, Mr. Amal. What is your answer? Can anybody give the answer? Yes, I shall continue with the answer. It's my body is my own. A very important world report by UNFPA, United Nations Population Fund, and the fund is that report is titled My Body is My Own. The first time that the United Nations agency recognizes the right of our own body. UNFPA's population report launched. Nearly half the women from 57 developing countries do not have the right to make decisions regarding their bodies, including using contraception, seeking health care, or even their sexuality, according to UNFPA's report. My Body is My Own, and this report was launched on Thursday. This is the first time that UN report has focused on bodily autonomy, defined as the power and agency to make choices about your body without the fear of violence or having someone else decide for you. So one must be able to decide on one's body without the fear of violence, or someone else has to take a decision. So very important report, and this is how we understand that the world is moving forward. The world, the new world, is offering us more and more freedom. Third question, the Pension Fund Regulatory Development Authority, PFRDA, that's the pension fund regulator, has decided to allow the National Pension System NPS subscribers to give an exit option for savings up to. There was no such exit option, or the amount was limited, but now it is enhanced. Yes, Gayatri, it is true, my body is my own. That's the answer for the previous question. And the answer for this question is 5 lakhs. Meaning your savings up to 5 lakhs. If you are an NPS subscriber, your savings up to 5 lakhs can be taken back by you. This is decided because the inflation is going up and the returns on investment is coming down. So people are given the option. So investor returns in forced savings like NPS and all is coming down. So people must be given option to take caution against the possible higher level of inflation. And since on one side the inflation is going up, on the other side returns on NPS is coming down. So actually people are not saving, but they are dissaving. Considering this fact that the Pension Fund Regulatory Authority has taken a decision allowing subscribers to exit with their savings up to 5 lakh. India restores e-visa for 156 countries, visa on arrival, electronic visa. This was suspended in the aftermath of COVID-19, but now it is restored. US imposes new sanctions on Russia. Reasons are US election interference, massive cyber attack and other hostile activity. Another reason could be that Russia is threatening Ukrainian boundary, and these are the reasons why President Joseph Biden announced sanctions against Russia. Reserve Bank of India has set up the Regulators Review Authority 2.0. Who is appointed the authority? Who is the head of this authority? Who is the authority? Regulators Review Authority. A similar regulatory authority was announced and appointed many years ago. Now, to improve the regulatory framework, a new authority, new Regulators Review Authority 2.0 is framed, is established, and it is going to be headed by M. Rajashekar Rao, who is the Deputy Governor of the Reserve Bank of India. M. Rajashekar Rao is one of the Deputy Governors. We know that Reserve Bank of India has got a Governor and 4 Deputy Governors, and M. Rajashekar Rao is one among them. RBI sets up authority to review regulators. Its objective is to simplify norms. RBI has set up the Regulations Review Authority 2.0. The authority will review regulatory prescriptions internally as well as by seeking suggestions from RBI regulated entities for simplification and ease of implementation. Deputy Governor Rajashekar Rao has been appointed the Regulators Review Authority. The authority would have a validity for a period of 1 year from May 1, and similar authority was appointed last in 1999 for reviewing regulations, circulars and reporting systems. So it is after almost little more than 20 years than that a new committee is appointed. Sarita Moore is a name associated with. Sarita Moore. Sarita Moore is a famous wrestler, international wrestler from India. The fifth option is correct. Sarita keeps her Asian title. Sarita Moore became the first Indian woman to win 2 consecutive gold medals in the Asian Wrestling Championships as she defended her women's 59-kilometer title in Almaty, Kazakhstan on Thursday. Sarita defeated 2-time World Championships bronze medalist Shuvdor Patajar of Mongolia 10-7 in the final to retain. So that's it. The World Championship took place in Almaty, Kazakhstan. That also must be noted. So my dear students, thank you very much for this is the conclusion of today's program. At 3 o'clock we shall come with another online live session. Please attend. Those who cannot attend the sessions live should attend it later, and make sure that the success in these exams are always about practice and getting completely involved. The success is dependent completely on your degree of involvement. So improve the degree of involvement as regards reading of the newspaper, improving the language, improving your math, improving your reasoning, then success shall be yours. Meet again on Monday with another episode of our news analysis. So thank you very much. Goodbye.